Hi everyone, today I'm going to be doing the BookTube Hi everyone, so today I'm going to be doing the BookTube Newbie Tag, and I just figured that since I had made several videos without really introducing myself, I figured that this would be fun to do. I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into the questions. So question number one is, why did you start this channel? I started this channel just basically because I really like reading. I never really felt like I was qualified to really have a BookTube channel because I didn't read as much as some other people that get kind of sent books professionally to review and all that stuff. So I just never really felt qualified, but I took the plunge earlier this year and started my beauty channel. So I just figured I love books so much, and I've been reading a lot more recently in the past few months than I was able to at different parts of last year and the year before. So I just figured I would make this for fun because I like to talk about books and I like to read books and I like to watch other people's videos, so I just figured, why not? It's really just for fun anyway, so that's why I started my channel. The next question is, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to BookTube? I just think my personality, I guess, kind of weird and quirky, like I assume most people are, because if you're not a little bit weird and quirky, then, you know, what's the fun in that? So I don't know, I guess just my personality. I like ramble a lot, so if you like rambling. The third question is, what are you most excited about with this channel? I'm excited to... what am I most excited about? I guess just share my opinions and to be able to talk about how I feel about books after I read them, because I don't have a lot of people that read the same stuff as me or read as much as me, so it's hard to talk about how I feel about the books after I read them. So I guess that's what I'm most excited about, to have an outlet to talk to, because my sister and I talk about books a lot, but we currently are reading a lot different books than we used to, so that'll be fun, I think. Question number 4 is, why do you love reading? I just love reading because I love stories, I like to be entertained, and I got sick of watching television. I haven't watched a lot of television in the past few months, aside from Friends, really, so I just really like the stories and I love the characters that authors come up with. I love getting lost in that world and falling in love with characters and their stories and stuff like that, so that's why I love to read. Question 5 is, what book series got you into reading? And this one's a little bit complicated because when I first read through the questions, I was like immediately Twilight. Oh yeah, that got me into reading, but I started to think about it and I didn't read Twilight until like I think the tail end of my freshman year of high school. Or maybe it was the summer after my freshman year, somewhere around there. But I liked to read long before that. I remember my freshman year I would bring books on the bus for my commute to my performing arts school from my regular high school, and I would read all the time. And so I kind of had to think back to, you know, like what really got me started reading. And in high school I read the 7 Deadly Sins series by Robin Wasserman. I think that's how you pronounce her name, which is kind of more of that trashy kind of teen stuff, and I loved that series, but that wasn't what started me on that, and I was trying to think of where I got to that, and I know that I was also trying to read those Gossip Girl books, but those didn't really go anywhere. I was not interested in those as much as I loved the show. I wasn't so interested in the books. But I remember in high school I started reading It Girl, and then I remembered I got into It Girl because of these books, The Click. Do you guys remember The Click? This is the first one I bought, and I think it's a 5th or 4th or 6th or something like that. I think it's the 5th book. I bought this at Barnes & Noble with a gift card once, and then I realized it was not the first book in the series, and I started reading those in middle school, and then I like reread them in high school, and I like looked at the inside flap, and that's where it talks about It Girl. So I started reading those, and then I think I got caught up on those and I wanted something similar, and then I started reading the Robin Wasserman book. So I'm gonna go ahead and dedicate my what series got me into reading as The Click way back in middle school, and I like obviously read on and off throughout that time, but what really got me into reading was The Click. And I would say what really got me into fantasy and not contemporary or trashy things was definitely Twilight. Yeah, I mean, I read some of the Harry Potter books as a kid, but I like stopped for a long span of time because of Accelerated Reader, Give this a thumbs up if you know what accelerated reader is and if you hated the crap out of it like I did. Question 6 is, what questions would you ask your favorite booktuber? It's hard to say because I feel like the questions have already been answered. But the first booktuber I ever started watching was Pullin' Bananas Books, and then shortly after Catty-tastic. So I don't know. We're all kind of like similar age, so maybe I don't know. What would I ask them? Do you want to get lunch? That's what I would ask my favorite booktuber. And the last question on here is, what challenge do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? And I definitely know the answer to this, and that is to remember to edit and post, because that's a problem that I have with my beauty channel. I film all these videos, but the hard part is editing and posting, because a lot of the times I'll edit videos and then forget to post them, or I will just not have enough space on my computer to put them on and edit. So that's definitely going to be the biggest challenge, but along with that is going to be to not get into a reading slump and stop reading, because that has happened to me in the past. A lot of times when I'm at school I don't read because I get so busy and I like to relax and hang out with my friends when I have free time, but I did start reading again while I was still in school, so I kind of go through these phases where I'm like reading really constantly, but it eventually stops when I get into a slump, or when I start working and I get busy, then I don't have as much time. And now that my boyfriend has moved down here, I hang out with him a lot, so I don't have as much time to read, and I do have to work and I do have to clean and I have to do a lot of stuff around the house and still make time for my friends. So I think that's definitely going to be a challenge also, is to not get into a slump or into a I'm too busy, I can't read kind of thing. So that's definitely going to be another big challenge. So both of those two I think are kind of hand in hand. So that was my BookTube Newbie Tag. I hope that helps you guys get to know me a little bit better. If there's any questions you have, you can leave them in the comments and I'll answer them if I can. And I hope you guys enjoy, and I'm excited for you to see what I have in store for my channel. So I will talk to you all soon. Bye!